So today we're going to cover one of the topics that has been the most requested by you guys. And to be honest, I've somewhat avoided it because it can vary so much. Today we're going to talk about cost of living in Panama. So we're going to go over healthcare, we're going to go over housing, we're going to go over groceries so that you guys have a better idea of what it costs to actually live here in Panama. Okay, so your number one cost will obviously be housing. If you're renting, your renting costs can go all the way from something on, let's say, Ocean Reef Islands, where we have options around $10,000, which that's not the normal rent in Panama, but it exists, yes? You could look at other luxury areas, let's say in Santa Maria or Punta Pacifica, and you could get something for around $3,000 to maybe $3,700 a month. If you're looking at something more mid-range, you could look at areas like El Barrio, El Cangrejo, San Francisco. You could get something nice there for around between $2,000 and $2,700 a month. And then there's obviously more budget-friendly areas where I know of people that can rent for between $750 and $1,200 a month. But those will be older buildings, usually in older areas of town, but they do exist. Another cost that you'll have will obviously be your utilities and internet. So on the range of utilities, your AC, your electricity bill will probably be the biggest. So it depends on how much you use AC. In Panama City, you at least use it when you sleep, and you'll probably have it on a minimum. For example, I set my house to a minimum. I think it's 79 degrees during the day, and you can pay anywhere depending on the size of your apartment. I know people that pay as little as $100 a month and people that pay up to $500 a month. Again, depending on how cold you want it, how big your apartment is, but there's a range. That would be kind of your range. Another overhead cost would be your water and trash and gas. So water and gas here in Panama are subsidized. I've never paid over, I think, $15 here in Panama City between the two. That doesn't matter if I'm using a lot of water or a little bit of water, but water and gas here are almost a non-factor when I'm factoring in my overhead costs. You also then have your Wi-Fi. So depending on how fast of Wi-Fi, we have the fastest Wi-Fi that exists in Panama. My husband's very techie and pretty nerdy, so he uses a lot of Wi-Fi. I think we pay $60 a month, but I know people that pay between $25 and $30 a month in Wi-Fi as well. So another factor is obviously your grocery bill, and if you like to eat out, what dining could cost. So groceries can be, there's different grocery stores, let's start there. So you have on the lower end, Super Extra, you also have Super 99, you have the Ray, and then you have Reba Smith. So those are kind of in order of pricing. You can start at Super 99, and for a couple without any full-time live-in help, you could spend about $400 a month probably on groceries for two people. Right now, I have a full house. We feed quite a few people at this moment, but I don't do all of my grocery shopping at Reba Smith because Reba Smith has all of the different imported international brands. So what I do is I go and buy the things that I can't find other places. I'll go to Organica, to Reba Smith to get my almond milk, coffee creamer, organic, everything on the things that I'm particular about. And then I'll go to somewhere like Super 99 or Ray and get the rest of my groceries. There's even really good options of fruit stands around Panama City. There's guys that sell fruit and vegetables out of the back of their truck. They drive by, you can hear them, and I walk out of there with, let's say, 4 bags of fruits and veggies for $30, and that lasts me 10 days. So as this video is showing you, you can spend a lot on groceries or you can spend a little. It depends on what you like to eat and where you like to shop. In terms of eating out, the same rule applies. You can go to the guy on the street selling, it's a good meal, rice, beans, and a full chicken breast for, $3.50, $4. You can also go to a mid-level restaurant where you can spend $50 for 2 people. That would be local beef, patacones maybe, or you can go to Makoto and spend $275, $300 for 2 people, and that's a very specialized Japanese sushi place. What I love about Panama is you have cuisines from all over the world because a lot of different nationalities have a reason to be here. So the food is endless, and pricing, you have everything from very, very affordable to very, very expensive. It just takes getting out there and trying them and seeing what you like. So another cost will obviously be transportation. You have to get around somehow. The most economic way to get around Panama will be either via bus or via metro line. And those, let's say you could expect to spend around 35 cents a ride. After that, if you're looking for other ride sharing services, we have Uber, which is wonderful. You can expect in Uber to spend, let's say, between $3 and $7 for anywhere inside Panama City. If you go to the airport, you're probably looking more at around $15. I mean, I don't pay over $1,000 a year in insurance. I also don't have a brand new luxury car. I have a very nice mid-range car. But you could expect to spend, let's say, on the high end, around $150 a month for car insurance. And then gas it's per liter here. So I believe it's around $1.05 to $1.25 per liter. Okay, so where you're gonna see a large savings, especially coming from the US, will be in healthcare. So general rule of thumb, healthcare costs here will be about 1/10 of what you're used to back home. I'm gonna give you an example. I paid my first C-section out of pocket before I knew better, before I knew that I had to be on maternity insurance, and I paid $5,200 out of pocket. I know people in the US, I have a few clients who are OBGYNs, and they've told me that a C-section right now in the US is over $50,000. Blew my mind. For healthcare, so Panama has some really, really good options in Panama City and the surrounding areas. I mean, we have Johns Hopkins affiliated hospital. Within about a 2-mile radius, you have Punta Pacifica Hospital, Punta Paitilla Hospital, and Panama Clinic, which are really top tier hospitals. You can expect to pay for a general consultation, probably around $50. For a specialist, you're going to look at probably around $120 to $150. That's out of pocket if you don't have insurance. With insurance, I mean, if you want international insurance, it's slightly more expensive. I have an insurance coverage right now with Bupa, which is international, which covers me fully in Panama. I have X amount of days that I can be outside or in the US specifically. But those plans for like a normal plan would be, let's say, between $150 to $300 a month. Yes, but I know people that don't have insurance here because they're perfectly capable of paying out of pocket what the healthcare in Panama costs. And for entertainment and lifestyle, so again, it depends on what you like to do. Yes, you can, I know gyms, for example, most buildings actually have gyms, but if you wanted a gym memberships for a good gym range between, let's say, $30 and $50 a month. If you're going out, let's say, to drinks with friends, you could expect to spend, let's say, $8 to $12 on a cocktail. If you're going to a museum, if you want to come to Panama and go to a museum, you'll probably spend, depending on age, between, let's say, $5 and $15 for entrance. And then Panama, what I love about Panama is on the weekends, you have within the country, you don't have to travel very far. I mean, you can be in the Caribbean, you can be in the Pacific, you can be in the mountains, and you have little escapes that you can go to for the weekend, which the rental overnight depends on how luxury you want it, but I mean, you could spend something from, let's say, $80 to $350 a night. So there's everything in between at those options, whether that's in the mountains or on the beach. There's lots of options for nightlife and for entertainment. So as an example, very high level example, if you're a single professional, you could live here very comfortably for between, let's say, $1,800 and $2,500 a month. If you're coming as a couple, you could live here very comfortably between $2,500 and $4,000 a month. And as a family, let's say of 4, where your kids are in international school, you have a car, you would probably be looking at from $5,000 to $8,000 a month living very comfortably. So long story short, Panama can be as affordable or luxurious as you want it to be. So whether you're a person that prefers to save and not spend as much on your day-to-day, or you want to come and enjoy Panama's lifestyle and everything that it has to offer, boats, high-rises, ocean views, we have absolutely everything in between. Be sure to follow along, click the subscribe button because we're putting out weekly content, and in our next video, we're going to go into cost of living outside of Panama City. So in places like Coronado, Boquete, Chame, be sure to follow along.